Hi guys. All right, so something a little bit different because you guys usually get to see me not dolled up, but on my Peloton doing my workouts. But we are currently snowed in, so I figured this would be a perfect time to kind of talk to you guys about my GLP-1 journey. This was not my first attempt at weight loss. I feel like I've been on everything. I had weight loss surgery in May 7th, 2014. I had the gastric sleeve done. That journey is on my YouTube, and I did really good. But 5 months post-op, I got pregnant. My husband came home from deployment, and we had what's called a deployment baby. It's very common with military families, I promise you. But once that happened with my insurance, I no longer was seeing my OBs. I no longer was seeing my bariatric doctors. I was seeing my OB doctors. Also in 2015, 2016, they were not tracking that I have thyroid disease. They were thought that my thyroid was not working due to the fact that I was overweight. So once I had the surgeries and all my numbers looked good and everything, they took me off of every single medication that I was ever on, including my Synthroid, which is my thyroid medication. So fast forward, my baby is like 6-7 months, and I'm noticing, although I still cannot eat how I was eating prior to surgery, that my weight is like creeping, just creeping on back. Fast forward, we relocate because I had my surgery done in Fort Hood, Texas. We relocate to Fort Stewart, Georgia, and I'm like, okay, something gotta give. Like, I'm big girl again. Like, I don't understand what happened. And I get a new doctor there, and she's doing all these tests and all these things. And she goes, whoever took you off your thyroid medication? I was like, well, the doctors did because my numbers looked good. She said, no. All my tests, we've run our tests 2 or 3 times. You have the hypoactive thyroid disease. That is just what you have for the rest of your life. You are going to be on thyroid medication. And I'm so sorry that they were not tracking that, because now that you gained all your weight back, it's almost like starting completely over, which was where we were at. So of course that sent me into a spiral, a depression, if you will, and it sent me on a downward spiral. I was depressed. I was sad. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even get to enjoy the weight loss surgery because I got pregnant 5 months post-op, which also was my doctor's fault just a little bit, because I was on birth control pills. And nobody thought to share with me that after weight loss surgery, your body does not metabolize pills the same way that it does before. Prime example of that. Prior to weight loss surgery, whenever I had my period or a headache or anything like that, I had to take almost double the dosage of any medication. My medication tolerance was through the roof. I go to the dentist, they have to max out the shots on me and then still tell me to come back the next day, so they give me shots again with what's left in my system for me to not feel them in my mouth. So on the birth control, I guess your body does not metabolize it the same. So but now, even, where are we at? That was 2014. So even 12 years later, Midol, I could take a Midol. I could take 2 Midol. Benadryl make me feel high. Like, Benadryl makes me feel like I done shot up something. And I ain't never shot up nothing, but how I've watched TV. And it made me feel like that. Like, how they was feeling on Intervention, when they would shoot up stuff and be like, ugh. Okay, that's how Benadryl, Tylenol, all that stuff does me now. That is just my body metabolizes it different. But anyways, So I got pregnant on birth control. That was the point of that. Sorry. So fast forward, and I'm like trying to lose weight, but I'm also depressed. And now we're living in Hawaii, and where Hawaii is like this paradise for some people. For me, it was probably one of the worst years of my life that my depression has been as bad as it was. My depression was horrible in Hawaii. It was so bad in Hawaii. I had days where I would just be crying, and my husband would be like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. Like, I'm just sad." And then I started exercising, lost some weight in Hawaii. I wasn't really tracking it, but I could tell I was losing because I was walking 4 miles a day and then still coming home and getting on my Peloton for sometimes an hour, or rotating between the treadmill or getting off the Peloton, getting on the treadmill. I was cardio heavy. So I was losing. And, I was like, okay, cool. We doing it. I started working. That kind of threw me off on my routine, but that was fine because I was working a job where I was constantly moving. So I was still good, right? Fast forward, we're in Hawaii for 3 years. We PCS here to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like a cat, right? Because when we move, my depression gets bad. And it's like I'm not good with change, right? So move here, and we're here, and I'm noticing like I'm big. Like I can't even fit stuff that I was wearing in Hawaii. And like I didn't really notice it. But I go to the doctor because I'm like, I need to do something about these girls. Like, I'm tired of these girls. I'm saying was because I've lost weight. I was a 46N, which is the biggest my breasts have been in my entire life. And yes, your breasts do still gain weight because anything after the age 18 in your boobs, it's just fat. So for me, it's fat, right? I'm gaining weight, so it's fat. So yeah. So I am like, we need to do something. And she's like, well, I don't know if they'll do it because you're overweight, but I'll still put in the referral. You listen to what they say. I said, okay, cool. That was like a little bit before we made a year here. So that was in 2025. Yeah, 2025. So September 2025, we drive out to Nashville. I go to Vanderbilt Breast Clinic. And, she's like, yeah, I need you to lose 100 pounds. I'm going to give you a year. And I'm like, if y'all just take some of these titties away, like literally just take some of these titties away, like that'll be 30 pounds right there. I know it will. That just gives me 70 pounds to lose, but just take them away. And they give me all the spiel about, the fatty tissue necrosis and all this stuff, yada, yada, all this stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll lose the weight. And I'm like, dang. I don't know what else to do. Like, I could go have another weight loss surgery, but I'm really scared to do that. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to go have them cut what little bit is left of my stomach and attach it to my intestines and do all this stuff, right? I don't want to do that. So I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I was like, I don't know. Okay, fine. Forget it. I hate needles, but I was like, I'm going to ask about it because I don't know what else to do. So I asked my doctor. Fast forward. That's all of 2025. In 2025, no, I'm sorry. That's all of, I lied. So 2024 is when I went to her. Yes, 2024 is when I went to her because 2024 would have made the year. September 9th of 2024 is when I went to the breast doctor. So fast forward a couple of months, January 2025 come, and all of a sudden I am getting headaches every day. I'm dizzy every day. I am I'm drinking coffee and my heart is like racing. I'm eating and then my heart is like racing. My husband got some bad news. So it's like my anxiety and like the weight of my body just hit me all at once, right? So when I went to that breast appointment, she was like, we need you to lose 100 pounds. And I was like, okay. The reason they wanted me to lose 100 pounds is because I had got the biggest that I've ever been in my entire life. I was 296 pounds 4 pounds away from being 300 pounds. I've never been that big. And I carried that weight for like, I don't know how long I have been carrying it, because scales are the devil and I don't like stepping on them, okay? Not all the time. But I have been carrying that weight, that 296 pounds on this 5'3" body. And I just feel my blood pressure has always been borderline because I've been overweight. My A1C has always teeter-tottered because I'm overweight. And then my anxiety and just everything that was going on, I spent the entire first month of January 2025 just praying, God, I don't want to die. Like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. This cannot be how I go out. What is going on with my body? I don't want to die. I was going back and forth to urgent care, the emergency room. I had an appointment with my doctor January 31st, and I was just trying to make it to that appointment. And I was like, I don't want to die. I mean, I'm going in, and the ER here on post where I'm at now sucks because they let me go home and my blood pressure was almost stroke level. They just kept me calm for a little while and then was like, okay, you can go. It wasn't until I went to urgent care in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. And she was like, I cannot in good conscience let you leave here without any type of medication, with your blood pressure being the way it is. I at least need to get you something to tie you over until you have your doctor's appointment. And I was like, thank you. I just want something. And what prompted me to go to urgent care that one last time was I woke up. It was on Sunday. I woke up and for the life of me, I was just dizzy. Like the room was spinning and it would not go away. And I was like, babe, I have to go to urgent care and I need you to drive me. I can't drive myself. Like, I feel like I'm about to pass out and like, I don't know what's going on. So she gave me that. That held me over. I noticed a difference right away. That held me over. So I make it to my January 31st appointment with my nurse practitioner, Miss Brown. She's awesome. I make it to her and I just broke down in tears and she was like, whoa, what's going on? I was like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want this to be how my story is written. I don't want to die. What is going on with me? And they're checking my blood pressure and my anxiety is like through the roof. And she's like, okay, we need to do a couple of things. We need to get your blood pressure under control. And I was like, okay. And she was like, and we need to get you something for your anxiety. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, because I don't want to die. Like, that's all I said to her was, I don't want to die. And I'm like bawling. And it was very scary. It was very traumatizing. And so since then, I've been on blood pressure medicine. And then fast forward a little bit, and I was like, fast forward a couple of doctors, I think maybe March, April sometime, maybe even May. I have to look back and see when I started. I was like, I don't know what else to do. I got to get this weight off. GLP-1s have been out now for a while. I just knew I did not want Ozempic, and because I had not heard anything good about Ozempic, and I just kept hearing horror stories from people, and I was like, I don't care if there's something other than Ozempic. And she was like, yeah, we can try Zepbound. And I was like, okay, cool. And if I'm being completely honest, I didn't have any faith in it to work, like any faith in it to work at all. And I didn't even realize it was working. And this is without consistent exercise, guys. Let me just be honest. Like, we're gonna be real. Like, I just started exercising this year, like January. I've been on this thing for like 8 months with no exercise whatsoever. So it happened. It can happen without exercise. But because of that, I've noticed some loose skin, like in my stomach, my inner thighs, and my arms. So, yeah, so I'm trying to, my nose itches. I'm trying to exercise now to kind of mitigate that, whatever. But, so yeah, so here we are. Fast forward, so I started the GLP-1s. I did the wrong thing, and if you are watching this, please heed me. I thought, in my mind, I got this thing about instant gratification. So in my mind, I'm on it a month, move up. Okay, I did that one a month, move up. I did it a month, move up. And before I knew it, I was already on like the highest dose you can get, which is 15. And that 15, y'all, ain't for the weak. I was so sick, so constipated, And I stalled. I was on the 15 for 2 months and lost 2 pounds. So I think the 15 is more so when you're getting ready to be weaned off and you're about to slow it back down, because that kind of helps you maintain your weight. So I did all that, but I was losing good, because I came down from 296 to, I think when I went to the 15, I was at like 220. Excuse me. And I stayed on it for 2 months, and then I asked my doctor, I was like, is there any way to titrate down and not titrate up? I want to go back down because I'm stalling, and I can tell I'm stalling. My appetite is coming back, and yeah, no, I want to continue losing weight. So I went back to the 10, which is what I've been on now for, I think, like 4 months. I think no, math is not my subject. I haven't been on it a year yet altogether. So maybe the first 6 months. Well, we went, so 2, 5, 7, 12, no, 7, 10, 2, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15. Okay, so 6 months. So yeah, 2, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15. 6 months on GLPs, I was already at 15, right? Don't do that. And I was on 15 for 2 months. So then by my 8th month, I was like, nope, can you take me back down to the 10? Because I'm stalling and I'm not losing weight. Whatever you do, if you find one and you're losing weight consistently, stay there until you plateau and then go up. So that is what I'm doing now. So this will be my last time on the 10, because I feel like I've kind of plateaued out. And then I'm going to go ahead and go up to the 12 and then stay on the 12 for a while. Until I'm probably going to stay on the 12 until I get ready to wean myself off of Zepbound altogether. But anyway, so here we are. It has been now, I've probably been on the 10, 1, 2, maybe 10 months. Yeah, I think it's been like 10, 11, 12. So yeah, maybe 10 months I've been on it. And my starting weight was 296 pounds. And as of today, I am no longer in my 200s. I'm barely out of it. I'm like 198 point something, but that's okay. I'll take it. So I'm like 198 point something, but I think what's helped that is the exercise, and I think what'll continue to help it is that my exercise journey. So yeah, so that is how I got to my GLP-1 journey. Advice I would give anybody is weight loss surgery. For me, doctors would consider me a failure because I gained all my weight back. I don't consider the surgery a failure because I was told before I had that surgery that I was barren and that I could never have kids on my own and without any type of like fertility stuff. And all it took was me losing 100 pounds. I lost 100 pounds 5 months post-op. I was 100 pounds smaller and I got pregnant. So although I gained all my weight back, I still consider my surgery a success because I had my baby. I had my blessing. I love my daughter. She's my world. She's my everything. And so I would not change that part of my story. I still have the weight loss surgery. So for me, that was the best thing that I could ever do for myself, was have gastric sleeve. And so if that's what you're deciding to do, I think it was the best thing for me. I got what I wanted, and I wanted to have a kid. I wanted to have a child, and I got to have a child. I had a nice, healthy pregnancy, and I'm okay with that. So doctors would consider me a failure, yes, but I consider it a 100% success because I had my child. Starting my GLP-1 journey, still one of the best things I could have ever done for myself, because I have hypoactive thyroid and I have PCOS. I have 2 hormonal, and I'm about to be 40. So my estrogen and my hormones already are like down, right? To then couple that with the fact that I have 2 hormonal conditions that are combating each other. So me losing weight was not easy. It wasn't easy, and it was very hard. So I was able to lose the weight comfortably, safely on GLP-1s. I've had labs done, to check my kidneys, make sure everything was good, and I'm good. Constipation has been a thing. They prescribed me Miralax. I don't like the Miralax, but what works for me, and it's disgusting, but it works for me, is prune juice. I drink 8 ounces of prune juice every day. And those 8 ounces of prune juice keep me regular and keep me pooping. Just be real, pooping every day. Versus where I was not pooping at all. Or like pooping once and then going like 4 days and now I got a headache. My stomach hurts. I got pain all around my belly button because I'm constipated and I'm backed up. Or my body feels like I gotta poop and I'm sitting on the toilet and my legs is numb because nothing's coming out, or like a tiny little ball came out and I'm just, it was a lot. It was horrible. It was a lot. And now I'm pooping regular because the prune juice is doing wonders. Okay. I would just suggest you drink it at the end of your day if you work, because I drank it before work one day. I had to be at work at 7 a.m. I drank it before work one day and like, I was like, oh my God, I don't like to poop in public. My booty is shy. Like my bowels is shy. And I had to go find a bathroom fast because I was like, oh, I gotta go. And it was so embarrassing. But anyways, that's enough about poop, y'all. So that's where we're at. I am 198 point something. I'll go weigh myself after this and put it somewhere. And I'm super excited. I've not been in Wonderland since 2015 when I found out after I had my daughter in 2015. No, 2016. Because that's when I started gaining my weight back. So I've not seen Wonderland since 2016. And next thing on the agenda is to go back to that breast doctor or a different one. I want a man. I don't want a woman. I felt like a woman would get it, but I feel like now a man would get it more because she didn't get it. Is to go back, and that'll be the next journey, will be my breast reduction journey. And my boobs did go down after losing all that weight. I am no longer a 46N. I am a 40K. So I'll take it because I also have not been a K since I got pregnant with my daughter in 2015. It felt like 2015, everything kind of just like paused for my body. But yeah, so that's it. Stay in the journey with me. Move your body however you see fit. And watch my exercise video. I post those exercise videos because they're a way for me to hold myself accountable. And it don't even have nothing to do with anybody else, because I don't care if the video gets like 2 views, 6 views, 1 view. I don't care. It's a way for me to hold myself accountable, and for the people who do support me, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Please continue to watch my videos. Hopefully it motivates you to get out there, move your body in whatever way you see fit to move it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.